How's it going, Cam?
It's good.
Last game, couple of defensive holding penalties looked kind of ticky-tack, but when those happen, I mean, do you feel like you're getting picked on a little bit, maybe that they wouldn't call those on other players? Just how do you approach that? How do you maybe keep from not doing that in future games?
I mean, it's just part of the game, you know what I'm saying? Just take it play by play. Just play the next play after that. I mean, can't really say they picking on you and stuff like that. It's their job to throw the flags and stuff like that, so I just take it on the chin, move on.
Cam Jordan was just in here talking about how Missouri likes to do some shifts offensively. They really like to move around. As a cornerback, how difficult is that for you guys? And as you're game planning, what are you paying attention to when offenses shift and try to use motion on y'all?
I mean, a lot of the shifts, just for the cornerback's perspective, it ain't really like too much that you got to regard to and stuff like that. I mean, you might have just a little eye and no motion here and there and stuff like that. But like just like those two motions and the shift from the tight end and the shift from the back, moving the back from pistol to the gun. So just stuff like that, that'd probably be like keys for the safety and the nickels and stuff, just knowing where their gaps is moving to and where it's going to be at.
Hey, Cam, hope you're doing well. You got Luther Burden on Saturdays, one of the toughest receivers in the conference. How much do you relish matchups like that, kind of one-on-one, and what's the biggest challenge he presents going into this game?
I ain't gonna lie, I really don't know about bro like that, but I mean, I guess he a good player and stuff like that, but I mean, just take it day by day, just like you take any other thing.
Cam, I think last week was one of the first weeks you guys have had pretty much everyone in the secondary healthy at the same time. I guess just what was that like, and I guess what's it been like to kind of see guys get back and have that full complement of guys, and I guess how much do you feel like that can kind of help you guys down the stretch now toward the back end of the season?
I mean, y'all see it can get scary. I mean, ain't nobody really you don't really see no ball caught over 10 yards, but really not even over 5. Like, so we just making sure that we home in on the details and stuff like that and bring our game every game.
Okay, I'm kind of piggybacking off Ben a little bit here, but we saw a big game from Darius Rush. Sorry. So what does that kind of mean, just to see him back and have somebody else back there with you?
I mean, they always been like that. I mean, even though we don't get the recognition we deserve and stuff like that sometimes, but I mean, we always been like in a candidate for ACC Player, Defensive Player of the Week, stuff like that. Just making sure that we always home in on our details, make sure we doing everything right on top of every coverage, stuff like that. So it don't even matter like him getting that. Like that's just big. That just shows what he's done and what he done put in this whole time he done been here.
Cam, you guys are on the longest win streak since I think you've been at South Carolina. Number one, just how good does that feel, and how, as an older guy on this team, do you kind of keep the guys moving forward and not get caught up in the rankings and the win streak that's going on right now?
Right now, I mean, you saying being an older guy, I mean, I ain't never been this high. I ain't never won this much. I ain't never been ranked. I ain't never had none of this, so it's a new thing to me too. So just trying to take it day by day, just trying to make sure that everybody stay their course, just follow the details, everything, do everything right.